पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे. Thank you. So should I wait for a minute or two? I'll just see if Mataji joins in. She must be getting ready also for the service.
Yes, Mataji, I just called her. She was like, Jaldi bolo, jaldi bolo. Tell me fast.
Yes.
So I said, I will call later, you get ready.
So, okay, we'll just go ahead and I hope she can join us and when she comes in. There we go. Let me share my screen. Mataji, are you okay? You must be getting ready to go in a rush.
Yes, Mataji. yes. Just 5 more seconds. Five or less than 5 seconds.
No, yeah, sure. Let us know. No problem.
Yes, Mataji, I'm ready. 241, right?
Ha.
Yes. What's more, Lord Purushottam, who feels sympathy for the distress of others, will surely send you from Jagannath Puri to his own Gokul, the ornament of Sri Mathura. Then why not just go there directly?
Anyway, you'll go divert and go back, so just go directly. He's saying, yes, Amritanandini Mataji.
There in Golak, the pure devotees always feel humility and pure love for the Lord. In that mood, they see the forests, rivers, and hills as if an empty wilderness. This devotee, their mouth filled with cries of lamentation, their hearts burning in absolute grief, are always searching for their beloved. Commentary: the mood of Gokula will assist Gokumar in quickly achieving his desired goal. After all, humility and pure love are abundant in Gokula, where the forests like Sri Vrindavan, the rivers like Sri Yamuna, the mountains like Sri Govardhan, and the lakes and meadows are all decorated with the sports of Nandanandan. The devotees who live in Gokula are always in agony, searching for Sri Nandanandan, the nectar of seeing him. All the ingredients of humility, therefore, are readily at hand, and this means that pure love can quickly grow to maturity by achieving that pure love in Gokul. Gokumar will very soon reach Goloka. Therefore, he should depart for Gokula at once.
So we have to remember that Gokula is the one that is on the Bhumandala here, and Goloka is the spiritual planet. So Uddhava is going to recommend him to go to Gokula, that is in this material world, where he can also experience this great feelings of prema here and get trained, and then go to Goloka. So the point of Narad Muni was to train him for the prema aspect. So he recommended Jagannath Puri, and Uddhava says better than that is to go to Gokula, which is non-different from Goloka. So he's coming back to his hometown. That is the point. Down back to the material world where he was born. Gayatri Mataji, are you there today? Leela Madhavi Mataji, Nayan Sundari Mataji, Priya Madhavi Mataji, who is there? Hare Krishna. If not, then Anita Mataji, please go ahead.
Yes, Mataji. Sri Gopakumar said, the statements of that best of counselors were all reasonable, and they accorded with Narada's own heart. So when the great Narada heard them, he was extremely pleased. He then spoke in reply.
Yes, Sashikala Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Sorry.
45.
Okay, Mataji. Why it's not clear? Okay. I'm reading from yours only, Mataji. I don't have the book.
Okay. 45.
Try.
245.
Okay,
It's
Mataji.
right below here.
Yeah, the statement there.
No, right down here.
Oh, yes, Mataji. Yeah. Saw it, Mataji. Sri Narada said, "Oh, Uddhava, you truly must have great affection for the residents of that land, for you have spoken your good advice to help this boy quickly achieve what he desires." Commentary. Narada admits that Vrajabhumi is the best place for Gopakumara to advance further. In Sri Purushottama Kshetra, the same perfection could be achieved, but only gradually.
Yeah, so it's not, nobody is trying to put down Purushottama Kshetra. So we have to get that clarification. So our Sanatan Goswami is helping us with the commentary that it is a gradual process, but in Gokul Dham, it is faster. And since our Gopakumar is that speed personified, he wants to just go more faster. So it's better that he goes to Gokul. Vasant Rasa Mataji, are you there today?
Yes, Mataji.
Jai. Yeah.
You know the supreme greatness of that Vrajabhumi. You left Lord Krishna, your worshipable deity, and resided there a long time. Commentary. For not first recommending that Gopakumara return to Gokula on earth, Narada excuses himself on the grounds that he doesn't know the special glories of Gokula as well as Uddhava.
So Narad Muni is like Uddhava knows better. So whatever he recommends is a better path to follow. So he's assuring him. Vallabi Gopi, is she there? Neeta Mataji, Payal Mataji, Richa Mataji, who is there
Yes,
today?
Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Payal, you're there. Okay. Yeah.
Shri Gopakumara said, Narada again looked all around, beholding auspicious signs that all-knowing sage and dear friend of the Vaishnavas addressed me joyfully.
Jai. Richa Mataji.
Sri Narada said, O glorious one, beloved of the hero of Vraj, please know that soon your purpose will be achieved. Long ago, greatly fortunate one, I concluded that this would happen.
Yes. Do we have Neeru Mataji, Priyanka Mataji, Prem Pallavi Mataji? I'm not sure who is there today.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I am there.
Neeru Mataji, you're there. Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here too, Mataji.
Hey, Jai. After her, sure, Mataji.
Even when you came to Sri Vaikuntha, the Lord's abode of limitless, incomparable joy, and to his transcendental city of Ayodhya, and to this city of Dwarka, even greater than both, your heart's distress only multiplied in a most unlikely way. On Swarga and the other material planets, you remained knave, even though seeing the lotus feet of your Lord.
Jai. Yes, Prem Pallavi Mataji, please go ahead.
It starts from I think, right?
I think. Are, mane. Yeah, I think.
Think all this occurred just to deepen your great love for the supreme object of your sight, those two lotus feet of your own
Dearest,
dearest Lord. How else could there be any reason for distress? This
in this realm,
in this realm or ignorance ignorance in any of those abodes of knowledge.
Thank you. Have I missed anybody else? Okay, if not, your naivety let you feel the piqued curiosity of a simple heart free from agitation. Thus, you enjoyed the special ecstasy of discovering Lord Achyuta on every planet. So, wherever he went, he was able to actually see his Madan Gopal in all the planets because of his curiosity and his being very simple heart. So, the commentary goes misery may sometimes intensify affection, but what is the use of ignorance? Narada answers that on Maharloka and other planets, Gopakumar's simplicity allowed him to see in a very pure, loving mode the personality of Godhead. A mind filled with all kinds of knowledge becomes easily agitated by critical thoughts and is not free to enjoy enthusiasm like the mind of a simple person. So sometimes simple is very nice, it looks like. Yes, Shri Gaurangi Mataji.
So now quickly go to the Vrajabhumi of Mathura district, which enables the fame and splendor of the earth. Go, fulfill the desire you have held for so long.
There, without delay, you will surely succeed in the spiritual practice that will bring you to the brilliant world above Vaikuntha, Sri Goloka.
So from there, that spiritual practice that you do in the Gokul Dham down here will bring you to Goloka. So we have to keep that in mind so we can understand the flow. Who was there?
Mataji.
Hi, yes, Gayatri Mataji, you're here. Okay, please go ahead.
Sri Gopakumara said, pleased by Narada's nectarian words, I was eager to go to Vrajabhumi. But Uddhava perceived that within my heart I was anxious first to take permission from the Lord. And so the magnanimous Uddhava said something to me.
So this permission from the Lord, we can remember Gopakumar's core nature. He never leaves a dham without taking permission from the Lord of that universe or in that planet. So here, without taking permission from Dwarkadish, he doesn't want to leave. This is so sweet. That is the core nature of us also doesn't change, we say, right? So here is the core nature of Gopakumar, which is helping him in every aspect. Leela Madhvi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes.
Yes.
Sriman Uddhava said, if you were going anywhere else, the proper thing would be to take permission from the Lord of the Yadavas. But the land of his is most dear to him. As impiled here by the word Mahapriya, most dear, earthly Vrindavana is Krishna's favorite abode. He favors it even more than his Dwaraka in Vaikunta.
So he's trying to pacify him. Don't worry, you can go because it's his favorite place anyways. So he's not going to feel upset. He will give you full blessings to send you, but you better go so that if you see him, the desire to go will stop as usual for Gopakumar. So that's the point here. Priya Madhuri Mataji, Anita Mataji, who is there?
Yes, Mataji. Not even by direct service to the Lord here in Dwarika does the love arise that firmly develops if one merely lives in the land of Vraj.
So he's going one step above Uddhava, that he's saying even if in Dwarka you practice devotional service, that may or may not take you, may or may not take you to Vraja. But if you practice in the land, in the earth, the Gokul Dham, that for sure you will go to attain the prema in Goloka. So such special is this place on earth. Yes, Sashikala Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Therefore, I spent a long time in Vrajabhumi on the pretext of consoling the Lord's dear devotees who lived there with nothing left but their lives. Commentary. In spending so much time in Vrajabhumi, wasn't Uddhava's purpose to console the Vrajavasis in their plight of having been abandoned by Krishna. Externally, it may have appeared so, but comforting the cowherd men and women was in fact only a pretext for Uddhava's visit. From his point of view, there was no question of consoling the Vrajavasis. He went to Vrindavana to learn from them how to love Krishna.
So this is very, very sweet. He just went to Vrindavan to learn from them how to love Krishna. That's how he didn't want to come back to Dwarka. Jai. Vasantara Samataji.
Yeah, I am sure my Lord already knows of your powerful desire. So he will personally bring you, his dear friend, to his dearest abode. Commentary. Gopakumara might concede that to travel he need not ask the Lord's permission, but still, before leaving, he might simply want to have the Lord's auspicious darshana. Uddhava therefore tells Gopakumara that Krishna will go with him on his journey. Vrindavana is very dear to Krishna, and so is Gopakumara. Therefore, Krishna himself will surely take Gopakumara to Vrindavana.
How sweet, right? He just wants to take the darshan before he leaves, like how we want to take last darshan before we leave. But Uddhava even doesn't want that to happen, so that this journey swiftly he moves on. So, but he says he assures that Krishna is going to travel along with you. This is really very sweet. Vallabi, Sirishaga Mataji, Neeta Mataji, I guess.
Hey Krishna Mataji, I'm here. Can I
Yeah,
repeat?
Vallabi, yes, please go ahead.
I'm sure my Lord
Here. Sri Gopakumar.
Yeah, sorry. Sri Gopakumara said, filled with the highest ecstasy from drinking the immortal nectar of Uddhava's words, I seemed to lose consciousness. There in Dwaraka, for a moment, I closed my eyes.
So just for one moment, he closed his eyes. Yes, please read the commentary.
He only lost his external vision for a moment because of closing his eyes.
So in one moment, what happened? Let's see. Sirisha Mataji, are you there? Neeta Mataji, Payal Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Sensing that someone had taken me elsewhere, I then opened my eyes and saw that I had been brought to this grove. With these eyes closed, Gopakumara couldn't see who was carrying him. Had he seen that it was a Krishna taking him to earth to leave him in a Gokula, he would never have been able to give up the company of his Lord in Dwaraka to attain Goloka, the ultimate destination. Uddhava had also discouraged Gopakumara from seeing Krishna before leaving Dwaraka, because if Gopakumara had met Krishna to live from Gokula, Vrindavana would have been impossible. Krishna and his devotee were conspiring to assure Gopakumara ultimate success.
So Krishna and his devotees were conspiring. Usually we use the word conspiring for a negative connotation. But here how nicely they're using it. They conspired to assure Gopakumar's ultimate success. So everything is the internal plan of the Lord. Jai. So Krishna personally carried him to Gokul Dham. And now moving on to our next chapter. Sorry. Oh, Krishna, I stopped sharing. What did I do? Something I clicked and it went somewhere else. I'm sorry for that. So I'll just click not to annotate. Okay, moving on to the 6th chapter. This is the attainment of all desires. So the before chapter was prema. So we understood how important is prema to develop, and the dhainya, the humility and prema are inseparable. So now he is going to see what is the attainment of all desires. So what is that attainment of his Gopakumar's desires? So he's going to go there. So let's see. After Payal Mataji was Richa Mataji.
Sri Gopakumara said, following Narada's instruction, here in Vraj I went to see the many places of Sri Krishna's pastimes. I sang his names most dear to me. I sang about his pastimes loudly and sweetly. I focused my mind upon them, and I attained such a state of ecstasy and became so emotional that it embraces me even to think of it. How then can I describe this to anyone else? Commentary. In this sixth chapter, Gopakumara goes to Goloka and meets Sri Krishna. Krishna shows him special mercy and Gopakumara joins the pastimes of that world. The first 5 verses show the good fortune Gopakumara gained by following the instructions of Sri Narada. This good fortune will be his means of achieving Goloka. While visiting Sri Vrindavan on earth, Gopakumara saw with his own eyes Krishna performing his cowherd pastimes. As a result, Gopkumara's mind reached a rare level of ecstasy and manifested such exceptional states as Unmad, divine madness.
So he has come down. He knows how to do Navavida Bhakti, all the singing, the Nama, Sankirtan. So he's doing exactly what he was told, and he's relishing, and he's able to same place. If we can remember, before going into the Vaikuntha planets, he had to come back to earthly planet, and with his spiritual master's blessing, learn the 9 ways of devotional service, and then he went. So now again he sent back to learn to intensify the prema, and then he can go to Goloka. So let's see what happens next. Neeru Mataji. Neeru Mataji, are you there?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
I spent my days and nights in great distress, always crying in a pitiful voice, not knowing whether the practice I had so long been following would lead me to happiness or cast me into an ocean of distress. Commentary. It is difficult for Gopakumara to describe his embarrassing state, but because of his special affection for the Mathura Brahmana, he will try to explain it to some extent. Gopakumara began his spiritual practice the day he left home as a young boy, and now all his practice seemed to be reaching its culmination. But now he is uncertain whether the final result will be happy. Gopakumara expresses himself here in a narrative present tense. Thus he says, Na Vedmi, literally, I do not know. But this clearly implies that this doubt has been with him for a long time and will continue for some time more.
Yeah, every time he's not sure, will he ever reach the place that he's aspiring for? So the doubt is still continuing. Prem Pallavi Mataji, please.
I couldn't tell whether I was living in the flames of a forest fire or in the supreme nectar of the clear, cool waters of Sri Yamuna.
Forest fire or cool waters. That's how the prema is, right? Like it's always a combination of flavors. Sometimes I thought I had fallen into the hands of some great deceiver. I was always submerged in a vast ocean of misery. Not even a drop of happiness ever touched me. So we all feel this most of the times. Like he's openly saying it. I don't feel any happiness now coming back and doing all these things. So let's see what happened next.
In such a way, I lived in this grove, this most attractive ornament of Vrindavan. And one day, while immersed in an ocean of weeping, I felt unconscious.
Jai.
Then the Christ jewel of all who are merciful appeared before me with his own lotus hand, a hand cool like nectar and always pleased to hold his flute. He wiped the dust from my limbs.
Wow. So Krishna is there. Jai.
It wasn't easy, but that greatest of cheats playfully stirred me back to consciousness by filling my nostrils with his unique heady fragrances, which I had never known before. Sri Madana Gopala Deva appeared in person before Gopakumara to award him the highest perfection. Gopakumara was in a deep swoon. oblivious to everything around him. But Krishna's presence awakened one of his senses, namely the sense of smell. Because Krishna, the most expert enchanter, knows very well how to stir the senses of even an unconscious person. Gopakumara wants to acknowledge Krishna's omniscience by speaking of him as Mohabhidnya Vara, the best of those who know everything. But the ecstasy of his love transforms that original idea, and it comes out from his mouth as Maha Durtavara, the greatest of cheats. Gopakumara's ecstasy forces him to reason. Although Krishna may now be wiping my body with his own hands, soon enough that same Krishna is just likely to abandon me.
This is that real when prema comes in, then we blabber a lot, right? So this blabbering is happening to Gopakumar. Instead of glorifying Krishna, he's also using the negative connotation, saying, calling him the greatest of cheats. This is happening because Krishna loves to hear that. That's why he's putting those words in the mouth of those devotees who experience prema. So he likes to be called Makanchor more than to be called as Vishnu or any other glorification. So that's how this pastime happens. Yes, Lee.
Then, seeing his lotus face, I quickly stood up, not knowing what I was doing, my heart filling with joy. I tried to catch hold of his splendid yellow cloth.
So as he said, he's a cheat, right? So he's going to run away. He'll not be there. So that's what is going to happen. Yes, Anita Mat.
That king of charming heroes blew his flute in his own playful way and escaped behind me. Suddenly he stepped into a grove, and alas, through I ran about looking, I couldn't find him.
So what is Krishna trying to do? He is going to, because he has to come to Goloka means what should he have? Anybody remembers? Above prema, what should he have? Sorry for asking such stupid questions, but Vipralamba Bhav. So Krishna is training him for that. The love in his absence, that Vipralamba Bhav, he's training him. So he'll come and he'll miss going away. So then he will increase his ecstasy for hankering for him. So that is the training now Krishna is personally giving Gopakumar in Gokul Dham. Jai.
Without that, nobody can go there.
No, we can go because that is the highest gift there. To receive the gift, you should be hankering for the gift, right? Otherwise, you'll feel, ye kya diya mujhe? So he's training for the highest gift. Very, very sweet. Yes, Sachikala Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. He had disappeared. Unable to see him, I fainted and fell into the swift current of the Yamuna. And as it forcefully carried me away, I seemed to regain normal awareness and looked around. Commentary. Gopakumara says that he seemed to regain consciousness, labdhva iva samyam, because he had not actually lost his awareness. His fainting was not a material disturbance, but an external symptom of ecstasy. His recovery of normal consciousness was also only apparent because the abnormal bewilderment of his prema had still not subsided. 2 verses later, he will describe his collecting his wits, chittam samadhaya, which shows that now, at this earlier moment, he was still disoriented.
So now he has become fit. Now that Krishna left, in that ecstasy he fainted. That means he's hankering for him. So he has proved, he has passed the test. So he has showed Krishna that he's hankering madly for him. So in that ecstasy, he fainted. That doesn't mean he lost consciousness. So this is the turning point for him. But he just got 100 out of 100. Yes, well, Vasantra Samataji.
I saw myself being transported to another place along some wonderful path by a vehicle flying faster than the mind and higher than one could imagine. Commentary. Gopakumara couldn't identify the vehicle that took him away, so he refers to it simply as a certain vehicle, Yanena Kenapi. He could only say that it was moving upward at a speed greater than that of the mind. The path the vehicle took was also unfamiliar and not able to be identified. So Gopakumara could only describe it as most amazing. It was utterly different from any road he had ever traveled before.
This is fantastic because this is what exactly Srila Prabhupada says. Our movement is elevator. You just zoop. That is the closest he could give. So all other places you remember, he remembered the Vimana, the people who carried him with four arms, then all the planets he saw, all the layers he passed, this way he went to Vaikuntha. He knew all that, but this time when Krishna took him personally, it was like a zoop. And he only knew he's moving upward, and it was just fantastic and most amazing. He couldn't say anything more than that. This is just so mind-blowing, this explanation. Jai Vallavi Gopi Mataji.
Smriti. Collecting my wits, I was amazed to see I was passing through Vaikuntha Loka and going beyond. I watched with great delight as I passed Ayodhya and other realms. Without delay, the vehicle sped past the domain of Lord Narayana, in which Gopakumara had previously resided, and then past other supreme abodes, including Ayodhya and Dwaraka.
Yeah, he didn't realize crossing the material platform, but the spiritual part he's able to remember from Vaikuntha and moving forward. That is wonderful. Yes, Mataji. Neeta Mataji. Sirisha, Neeta Mataji, no, Payal Mataji.
Sorry, Mataji. I arrived at the shining world above all others, Shri Goloka, which I had long aspired to reach. Everything there appeared the same as in this divine Mathura Mandala of the material world.
Everything there appeared the same as in the divine Mathura Mandala of the material world. What can we say? So he is now fully prepared and his eyes are anointed with prema. So he's able to appreciate now that he's really reached the Mathura Mandala there in the divine world. Richa Mataji.
In that original land of Mathura, I visited Mathura city. I was surprised and happy to see that it resembled the Mathura here on earth. Commentary. Gopakumara was astonished to see that even above Vaikuntha things appeared as in the mortal world. He was pleased to find such advantages for fulfilling his spiritual desires.
Because he always wanted to be simple, right? And he liked his place of birth. So he was happy that even that desire is fulfilled there, that there also he could go to a simple place that looks so simple that he likes. Krishna. Who was next? Neeru Mataji.
Yeah. In that original Mathura, I heard that Kamsa had taken it upon himself to arrest his father and Krishna's parents, Devaki and Vasudeva, and was ruling the kingdom. Commentary. Later in this narration, we will discover how persons like wicked Kamsa, who in the material world had died long ago, could still be active in Sri Goloka.
So we will think, where did Kamsa come in Goloka now? But that get answer little later. We have to wait. Yes, Priya, Prem Pallavi Mataji.
Out of fear of Kamsa, whose family and friends were enemies of the demigods, the Yadavas dared not to enjoy themselves freely.
Because of him, they constantly suffered all sorts of affliction because of this Kamsa. Some of the Yadavas escaped elsewhere and others took shelter of him. It's the last verse.
I too was afraid of Kamsa. So as soon as I finished bathing at Vishranti Ghat, I hurriedly left Mathura and went to glorious Vrindavan. It was very good for Gop Kumar that he was already assuming the character of the Golok Vasis, for that would lead him to his final perfection.
So he didn't want to stay anymore in Mathura. He quickly went. He said, I don't want to stay here because of Kamsa." So he's fully fit now to be in Goloka. So what happens next is the mystery as he goes and when he sees Madan Gopal. So we have almost reached
Like
there.
previously he was going, he would stop, right? Now he doesn't want to stop.
No stopping.
So now that thing, that
Desire.
weakness of the heart is
Heart. Yes.
weakness of the heart is gone, right?
Gone down. Yes. And he's very assured that he's going to go see his Madan Gopal. Jai. Any other reflections, Mataji's? It is so sweet, right? This book narration is Krishna.
Sorry, Mataji. That's why I didn't want to miss it today.
The sweetness is just too amazing, actually. And tomorrow it's going to get very, very sweet because he's going to meet the Lord. And what is those reactions we are going to get to see? He's Lord of his life. Hey Krishna. Even though he saw him everywhere, here now exactly the way he wants, he's going to see tomorrow.
Mataji, tomorrow normal 6:30?
6:30 we'll do. Yes. Unless if anybody else has any services, please let us know. But otherwise, no other changes as of now. Yeah.
I think every day 5:30 will be better. Looks like Mataji, every day 6:30, someone or the other one will be having them.
Whatever you want to say.
Mataji, for me, 6:30 works best because I'm working. At least 6 is also fine, but 5:30 is too early, Mataji.
Okay, sure. Yes, Vasantra Mataji, whenever you all have services, right, just let us know and we will.
I have every Monday and alternate Fridays, alternate Wednesdays.
Hare Krishna.
So 5:30 is better.
It's okay. Krishna, Krishna.
Okay, Mataji. That's okay. There also I am doing Krishna, some other one. No problem.
Sure. Let me know, Sashikala Mataji, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or anything. If 5:30 works or 5:45 works or whichever you all decide, and let me know. I am your servant. I'm okay with 5:30 or 6:30 as of now.
No problem.
Hey Krishna. This just getting this chapter is like, this is the intense part, and I am like, oh Krishna, this is so sweet and nectarian.
Yes, Mataji, that's true.
And we heard this Krishna's first time. Even what's going to come forward, we know everything. We have heard it like millions of times. This is same Krishna story only. But through the eyes of Gopakumar, it's opening up a new window for us, like his hankering and his realizations and how it is getting fulfilled, and understanding that is the highest dham, and the Lord is there for us, and the Guru Maharaj is training us in this process. That is the sweetness, actually. Realizing what the gifts that we have got is very, very special. Yeah. So I will end the meeting here.
Mataji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I'm sorry. I want to add that I want to thank each and every one of you to to accommodate me, Mataji. Frankly speaking, I was struggling with reading and all that all these days. All my friends are reading during daytime, but I'm working. I cannot read. So as soon as I saw, okay, it's at 6:30, I immediately joined your group, and I want to say thank you so much for accommodating me, Mataji. Thank you very much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, without you all, I do. Kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Koti Vaishnavi ki jai.